What's up guys, sharkeatyoshi back here again, bringing you another battle video. So if you guys hear a lot of humming in the back, I'm sorry. I have like air conditioners, fans, like 2 fans on. It's just so hot. Like my goodness, don't live in Texas guys, it's just freaking hot. But anyway guys, I'm bringing you another battle commentary video. So the second of the third one I'm going to be bringing you. And in this battle commentary video, this is one of those games that are just like, when you watch it, it's fun to watch, but when you're playing it, you're just like, why me? So my opponent is running a Kommo-o, I think that's how you say it. Bulu, Arcanine, and of course the Ninetales. So it's a pretty interesting team. Let's go ahead and jump into the battle so you guys can see the most dumbest random things ever. So my opponent is running a QR team, so this is a QR team, so I don't know where he got it. Probably some Japanese player or something, because this is some of the most unconventional stuff I ever saw. This guy just spammed stuff. I'm not even joking. It was just like spam galore until he got something done. So Snow Warning is gonna come out. He did lead Arcanine, Ninetales. I led Persian, Ninetales, so I can set up my Aurora Veil. My strategy here was to bring in Snorlax and then sweep his whole team because his team didn't fare too well versus Snorlax. So Fake Out is going to come through, as you guys can see there, so the Arcanine can't knock out my Ninetales or at least break its Focus Sash, because right here I thought he was going to go for a Flare Blitz and a Blizzard. I went for that play, so you know I can guarantee to get the Aurora Veil. That did way too much damage, even under the Aurora Veil, which is like pretty freaking nasty. And you guys are going to see that Arcanine also does a lot of damage under the Aurora Veil, so I don't know what kind of sets this guy is running. I am going to go ahead and bring out my Ninetales to preserve the Focus Sash. I'm also going to bring out my Snorlax to start slowly setting up. So I'm going to go ahead and parry shot the Ninetales so I can lower its special attack, and then bring in my Arcanine. So right here I'm pretty much set up for my Snorlax to sweep, because he is -1 with the Arcanine, -1 with the Ninetales, and I am protected on the Aurora Veil. So he's going to go for the Freeze Dry. Right here you're just going to see him spam the Freeze Dry on the left side. So yeah, he's going to go for the Flare Blitz right here. And it's actually going to do a ton of damage. I'm like, wait a minute, that did way more than, you know, needed to be. Like, wait a minute, that did too much. I was like intimidated under Aurora Veil. That actually did way too much damage. So that kind of tells me that this Arcanine is just hardcore damage, just adamant, max attack, and with a choice band, because that did so much freaking damage. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up back my Persian. I'm going to go for a Protect on this turn to protect my Snorlax's Berry. He's going to go for a Freeze Dry. That's not going to do as much damage. Actually, it did the same amount. Never mind. Even with the Aurora Veil and even with all these other plays, that did way too much damage. Right here, I am going to survive this because I am Fur Coat, so I do survive physical attacks with the Persian. So Persian did take those 2 hits pretty nicely. Even with like lowering their stats and having Aurora Veil up, I'm not doing any damage whatsoever. So I'm going to go for a Fake Out. Weirdly enough, my opponent is letting me do this and not attacking the Snorlax. So he's going to knock out the Persian. I don't know what like threat the Persian was, but he knocked out my Persian. I'm going to go for a Belly Drum here, which maybe wasn't the best play. Maybe if I would have gone for the high horsepower, it would have been more than enough to knock out the Arcanine. And for sure break the sash on the any potential sashes on the Ninetales over here. Yeah, that would have been more than enough. I think the high horsepower, seeing that this Arcanine is just pure damage, just pure straight up damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my own Arcanine, go for another Intimidate, pretty much neuter this Arcanine here. Just yeah, neuter him, neuter the Arcanine. He's gonna go for a Freeze Dry onto my Snorlax, and that does no damage, but he froze me. I was so sad. I thought he was going to go for a Flare Blitz here onto the Snorlax to knock it out. He didn't. What kind of unconventional player is this? What kind of plays is my opponent doing? He got so freaking lucky with the freeze, because I went for the plays here. I went for the Ninetales, and I went for the high horsepower onto the Arcanine. It would have clearly knocked out the Arcanine. Actually, I don't think I went for the high horsepower. I think I went for the return just in case he switched out. which would have been way more than enough to knock out his Arcanine. And seeing that he doesn't have a berry and just pure damage, I would have knocked it out clearly. So Aurora Veil does expire, which is very scary. I am going to go for the Extreme Speed onto the Ninetales here. He's going to go for a Flare Blitz onto my Arcanine again because he doesn't want my Freeze to dissipate. And he's probably scared that with all the Intimidates I will survive the hit, which is probably the possibility here. Snorlax is still frozen. Sadly enough, he's going to go ahead and bring in his Kommo-o, and Snorlax is still frozen. He's going to go for a Flare Blitz onto my Snorlax, and my Snorlax does survive, so that's pretty nice. His Arcanine is very, very weak. I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp here because I thought this thing was a physical Kommo-o. You're going to see like what kind of Kommo-o this is. He's going to go for a Draco. I dodge it, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go for the return onto the Arcanine here, knocking it out, and lucky for me, I dodged the Draco, so that helped out a lot, man. I needed that because I got frozen for 2 turns. Come on, man. Come on. That was meant for me. So right here, I'm going to double protect to scout out if this Tapu Bulu has like some others. Maybe this Tapu Bulu's max speed, you know, jolly nature with a freaking I don't know, with a what's it called? Scarf. Yeah, Scarf. So why couldn't I remember that name? Choice Scarf. Why couldn't I remember? So it could have been something like that. So that's why I protected to see if any speeds or anything like that. I confirmed that it doesn't because Kommo-o did go first, and then the Tapu Bulu. So I was safe enough to go for this Flare Blitz onto the Bulu, just to do as much damage as possible. And seeing that maybe this Kommo-o is choice, what's it called? Not choice band, choice, not choice scarf, choice, the other choice item, the one that boosts up the special attack. I can't remember anything today. So, seeing that maybe he locked himself into the Draco, I do have Ninetales in the back, so I am in a good position. And even if I didn't knock out his Tapu Bulu, my Ninetales would have been more than enough to knock out both of these Pokemon. It would have been more than enough to knock out both of these Pokemon. And even if he wasn't, like, stuck into the Draco, I still have my Focus Sash ready to go. So, there was nothing to worry about, but I wanted to show you that battle because that battle was just so annoying. When I was playing it, I was so freaking annoyed. But when you watch it, it doesn't look as bad. It looks pretty fun, but I was freaking annoyed. I was like, what the heck is this? What the heck is my opponent doing? Like, he's just doing the most unconventional things. He's just spamming the same moves over and over again. And maybe that's the strat. Maybe that's the strat. Who knows? But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later with more steaming hot videos. Oh, baby. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.